the end of the street was a little house. And everyone knew this house. It was the O'Donoghue's house. They had lived there for years. And the O'Donoghue's house, it was a mess. The O'Donoghue's house leaned to one side, but the O'Donoghues never bothered to have the foundations checked. The outside paint on the house was all peeling off, but the O'Donoghues never got around to repainting it. The grass was all overgrown. The weeds were everywhere. But the O'Donoghues never got around to cutting their grass. There was a broken window at the front of the house that had been broken for months. But the O'Donoghues didn't seem to mind. And there was a doorbell that was hanging by a cord. But the O'Donoghues didn't seem bothered at all. But one day, something amazing happened. Overnight, just like that, the O'Donoghue's house changed. For the first time in anyone's memory, the O'Donoghue's house stood straight on its foundations. All the neighbours gathered around outside and wondered what had gone on at the O'Donoghue's house to cause such changes. But the changes didn't stop there. Over the next few weeks and months, more and more changes happened. The outside of the house was repainted, fresh and new. The garden was trimmed. The hedges were cut. The garden looked immaculate. That broken window at the front of the house was replaced with brand new glass, polished crystal clear. And that broken doorbell was finally replaced. The house looked stunning. But the changes didn't stop there. Work started building the house bigger and a new second story was put on. Wow! All the neighbours gathered in the street to discuss what had happened at the O'Donoghue's house to cause all these changes. They all decided someone should go and ask what was going on. But no one wanted to do it. A little boy finally put his hand up and said, "I'll go up." The little boy walked through the manicured garden and he rang the brand new doorbell. Ding dong. Everyone held their breath as the door slowly opened. But it wasn't the O'Donoghues standing there. They had moved out and a new family had moved in. The neighbours smiled. That's what's happened at the O'Donoghue's house. They all went home and they wondered what other changes that family would lovingly make to that little house at the end of the street. Children, that little house changed. For the first time ever, the O'Donoghue's house stood straight on its foundations. In Colossians chapter 2, Paul says that everyone who accepts Jesus and his love will be changed forever. We're now forgiven children of God. We're made alive with God. But the changes don't stop there. Jesus will continue to change us. Children, everyone who accepts Jesus and his love will be changed forever and will continue to change.